A few days after my 18th birthday, my grandmother on my mom's side, who played a huge role in my upbringing, she died, and she died by suicide. And she had a long, long road with depression leading up to her death. But this most recent time, she was admitted to our local hospital in Massachusetts with suicidal thoughts, specific thoughts about killing herself, and she was involuntarily committed for 3 days. And before the 3 days was up, she went up to the front desk with a plan to kill herself. And she told the front desk person at the hospital, "I'm leaving and I'm going to go have lunch with my niece." And she wasn't doing that, and she should have never been let out, but they opened the door for some reason that we'll never know. And she went home and she took her own life. And after her death, my family, we'd never hired a lawyer before, but we were trying to find a lawyer to take her case, and nobody would take the case. They kept saying, well, she killed herself and she's old and she had health problems, and she just really couldn't, we could never find any lawyer to take the case, even though they all agreed it was wrong what had happened. And up until that point in my life, I had only ever wanted to play professional baseball. I was a pitcher and very into baseball. But that pissed me off enough to want to pursue being a trial lawyer. So fast forward, I went to college, and I graduated from college, and I took a job at a small law office in my hometown. And I didn't ever think I would get into law school. It just wasn't in the cards for me, and nobody in my family was a lawyer, but I got in and I got a scholarship. And I ended up graduating in the top 10% of my class after a lot of hard work, and I got a 1-year clerkship with a federal judge, and went on to be a trial lawyer for victims just like my grandmother, and got what was the largest jury verdict for a medical malpractice case in 2022 in Pennsylvania at the age of 33. So my message to anybody out there who's struggling or doubts themselves or doesn't think they're good enough or doesn't think they come from the right background is, like, when I was early on in my career, I viewed all of my life baggage and my life struggles as weaknesses, but only through time I realized they are my biggest strengths. They are my biggest assets. They are my biggest ways that I can help people. So do not ever give up on yourself. And I don't care where you came from or what you've been through. If you stay true to yourself, follow your heart, and be yourself, there's nothing that you can't accomplish.